This is a neat thing. What you do is you take bees when you're wanting to combine them into hives, and you pour them in the front. When you pour them in the front, they typically take longer to get in there. I like to have just one entrance, one little entrance. This is a smaller hive. What happens, the old bees go back home, and the younger bees, they just want in the house. They haven't been outside. They're scared. See these here? That's called nasal nothing. See how they got their butt up in the air? They're saying it's home. This is home. Come over here. This is home. They're fluttering their wings. Like you see that one fluttering its wings? They do that to spread the nasal nothing, and I think they also do that when they're nervous. See, a lot of them are doing that. See them just fluttering? They're nervous. They don't know what's going on. These are young bees. You want to combine the young bees into another hive and let the old bees go back where they came from. If you can, the old bees are the ones that will try their best to kill a queen. When you use these boxes too, you got to open up these little flaps. There's always bees in there. See how there's bees in there? Another little trick that I've learned, you can put tape on these cardboard boxes. It gives them more structure and they'll last longer. This is the way that you combine bees. You pour them in the front, give them a little ramp. They'll climb up, they'll go in. They typically don't have any fighting. It's better too if you have the lid closed. I just rebuilt this hive. This is what you do when you're putting two hives together. And it's also good to have them fed. What I've done on this is the last load of 1-to-1 sugar water that I'm feeding. And the rest of the year will be 1.5-to-1. So what I did, this hive over here, I dumped them out. Got to cover them up or else they'll draw too much attention. There we go. So the basic deal was this hive right here, it was pretty small. And I went and combined it with this one. It comes to be, I might have picked the wrong one really. Because this hive ended up having about 2 full frames of brood and this one only had 1.5. But whatever, sometimes when you have a plan, you just have to go with it. And that's what I did. So then what you do, you take the rest of the bees. I'm going to take their box away. Now the trick is going to be these guys are used to the end. It's the only hive that had the entrance on this side. I did that because earlier in the year it had a double screen board here and I just went and set it down. When you do a double screen board, you want to face the entrance the opposite way so they don't get confused. But we'll take the rest of these. I couldn't find a queen, but there was eggs in here. One thing you don't want to do you see that hive beetle? See that? You don't want to shake that into the new hive. He got shy and went and hid. Usually I'll pinch him. I like to get rid of them as best I can, even if it costs me a couple frames. Then what you do, you just shake these bees off. And this time of year, you got to be careful because you can start robbing. And it is in a dearth. Everybody it's funny when you first start beekeeping, you'll have all your armor on, and I did too. I had on a full-length bee suit. And I had on leather gloves that I wore out. And if they're not crazy mean, I wear this. You get stung some, but after you've been stung a couple hundred times, you just like, whatever. It hurts. It hurts every time, but it don't freak you out like it did. It's not scary like it was. I'm going to take frames like this. If you see they made that into honey, and some of this might be funny honey where I've been feeding them. Let me put this out here. What you do is you take these, dang, the light, it's awful bright out here and it got real dim. You take these here, and what you do, there we go. This is all is bee bread, which is pollen and honey mixed. And then there's honey up there also. And what you do at the end of the season, you mix it, you put it back in your hives. And watch. See all the bees come off? The ones that fly, see how most of them are flying. sure you can see bees flying over. But the young ones went down here. And see, they're just like looking like, hey, let me in, let me in, let me in. They don't care about none of that stuff. So this is the way you combine bees. I'm hoping a queen's in there. I went into both of them, couldn't find a queen. It's amazing. It's amazing. Sometimes I can find a queen in a hive with 20 plus frames of bees. And sometimes I can't find one in a frame with 2 frames of bees. Are you guys like that? Does that happen to you? It's frustrating. You think you know what you're doing, but you still can't find a queen sometimes. I see some of the really seasoned guys, and I guess it happens to all of us. That's why marking your queens when they're in nukes is very important. You want to mark them when you, if you buy a queen or you buy a nuke or whatever, make sure you get the person to mark it for you. Well, I hope this helped you out. Here's a look at all those bees. They go in real orderly like. And what's neat, look, when they're doing this, bees only have one thought at a time. Right now they're thinking, I'm confused, watch. They won't none of them sting me. They're not thinking about defending. They're just thinking about, I need to get back in the house.